second chicane. Now there was also that cloud of dust, and that is a big accident. Sato and Kimi Räikkönen, there we see Kimi Räikkönen's car in the gravel trap. We wait to see a red flag, so something has happened.
Oh, it's good to see
Sato.
Sato.
Sato out of the car. Well, that is good to see.
Both Williams had just left the pits then, and of course now the red flag has come out, so they will have to head back down into the pits. Only 2 minutes left in the session, so pretty tough for them, but they might be given that lap back because of the red flag coming out. We'll have to see. Montoya currently fastest, of course, from Michael Schumacher, then Ralf Schumacher third.
So let's look and see what happened with Kimi Räikkönen and Takuma Sato coming down into this second chicane. Sato, oh dear me. Well, that was careless of Kimi Räikkönen not to have seen Takuma Sato coming down on his right-hand side. And that was Sato on a timed lap. It was Kimi Räikkönen on an out lap, and that was very careless. And I think Kimi Räikkönen might find himself being brought in for an interview with the race director. To do that, to do it on purpose was absolutely crazy. To do it unintentionally, it's still I can't understand. Takuma Sato had one big adventure this year. That was in Austria. Had a second one now, and I think justifiably Jordan should go along to McLaren with a bill for the repair of that car and say, your man was careless, and pay the bill, Ron.
Well, yes, that was a very frightening incident. Could have been a lot worse, of course. We saw a huge accident down there a few years ago. There is Kimi Räikkönen, and he isn't looking quite as cool as he often does. That was very scary. It speeds over 200 miles an hour again into that corner. And as we say, Takuma Sato was on a fast lap when Räikkönen moved across on him. So very dangerous, but thankfully both drivers are safely out of their cars. So McLaren of Räikkönen now being taken away as Sato's car, certainly the more damaged of the two, and Sato currently down 18th place. Räikkönen has qualified 5th. Slightly faster than Eddie Irvine, David Coulthard, Pedro de la Rosa. A little bit of radio. We'll take another look at the replay.
Now, Räikkönen was on an out lap. He ought to have been using his mirrors to check there was nobody coming down the inside. And to some degree, I mean, there's a responsibility with the team. Now, we know that everybody's trying to take advantage of track space and the limited amount of time that remains in a qualifying session. And teams do generally, when a driver goes out of the pit lane, they're in radio contact to say that there is a car in close proximity. Takuma Sato, I mean, that is just, I mean...
Kimi just didn't know he was there. He wasn't aware at all, was he?
Well, he may have been aware, but he didn't look in his mirror. There's a difference between looking in your mirror and being aware. And that is just, I have to say, a serious... I mean, I'm a Kimi Räikkönen fan, but that I'm disappointed in.
Well, as I say, the most important thing is that both drivers okay. That's a huge gravel area, certainly slowing the cars down, but still hitting the barrier pretty hard, Takuma Sato. The speeds involved at this circuit are just massive.
And they're doing the best part of 200 miles an hour when they go through the sector, the split time, and that's just before the braking zone.
Yeah, so scary incident indeed, but now we wait to hear about the restart.
You look in your mirror, and he didn't.
Sato gets two wheels on the grass, though, before they collide. Watch this.
Well, he's trying to make...
Yeah.
You know, he's committed. Sato's committed to doing a lap, and he's wondering what the hell is Kimi Räikkönen doing. He's coming across just when I don't want him to, and it's too late for him to decide.
Eddie, I don't know if you can hear me. I'll try again. I just wonder what your view was of that coming together.
Well, my view is that Räikkönen was on an out lap, and... really, I think he gave very little consideration to what was happening behind, which Taku was on a flying lap, and as a result he should be given priority. Just it's a very difficult situation because we know everyone wants to do their laps, but Räikkönen is obliged to look at his mirrors, particularly when he's cruising and preparing himself for the all-important lap, which in fact we were on.
Eddie, Jeremy Hart here, just a very quick one. This is the second qualifying session in a row that Räikkönen's caused trouble.
Well, I'm not here to pass judgment, quite honestly. I'm just interested in the welfare and the health at the moment. I just want to be sure that Taku is okay, and then we'll try and make this next run. But it is unfortunate because he's struggling at the moment, Taku, and he's desperate to get himself up the grid. He's also trying to build up his confidence. He's had a difficult year, and this certainly doesn't help the situation. And I think I'd have to say, from what I've seen, he's been fairly blameless in this one.
Eddie, thanks for your time. Good luck the rest of the weekend. And let's cross to the other side of the